check it, put the place up.
Hello, welcome back to Universal Diecast Racing. I'm your host, Funny Uno. We got the round 3 of the Nothing But Foreign tournament, and you already know all the rules, so we're gonna get straight into the cars. So we got our first Evo, Atashi Ruku, with a time of 770 in the Lancer Evolution Evo. Favorites are Gummy Bears and Drifting. Hopefully he's able to keep that drifting under control, since usually high cars have trouble keeping straight on this track. Next we got Fina Jasmina with a time of 8:10 in a Nissan Leaf 30. Favorites are Soccer and Starbucks. Sounds like a soccer mom, but she was able to get on the roster for this tournament, so let's see how she does. Next we got Damar Shakti with a time of 66 in the Aston Martin V8 Vintage. Favorites are Gambling and Clubbing. Sound like a dope ass person to me. I was just only might be a little bit Bitcoin because that's what they like to do. But anyways, next we got Patry Terrence with a time of 8 exactly in the 18 Bentley Continental GT3. Favorites are Looney Tunes and Espressos. Sounds very hyperactive, but let's hope he's able to keep his concentration on this track. Up front we have Atashi, Fina, and in the back we got Damar and Patry. I'm really excited to see the Evo go down this track, because since it's our first Evo, and Evos are notorious on tracks across diecast racing, so let's see how he does on this one. Atashi takes out a good lead in front of everybody else, pulling far ahead and drifts a little bit inside the loop turn, but comes out straight and just keeping it nice straight and keep nice turns. And we have somebody upside down at the finish line, but we have all finished in the first race. I think it was Damar, Fina, and Patry. But I believe Fina was up front behind Atashi, but let's see what happens in the replay. See how Damar ended up in front of her. Look at the speed of the Evo taken out right in front of Fina. And yeah, Fina's in second with Damar in the back behind her and Patry in last. Pretty close group so far, besides the Evo taking out a huge lead. There's Damar pushing up on Fina, but still right behind. And you see Fina actually gets turned sideways right after the loop turn. Let's see if we can catch what happened. And looks like Damar gets right under Fina, but gets turned upside down. Let's see if we can get a better look at that. Evo with a huge lead. Yep. Damar with a nice pass under Fina, and Fina was not able to get past Damar even though he was flipped upside down, and pushes him to second place. But at the point score we got Damar with 3, Atashi with 5, and Fina with 2, and Patry with 1. And they're off. Atashi with a huge lead now in front of everybody. Not even getting close. Even Fina had a better chance. The soccer mom needs to hop back up there with Atashi to actually slow him down to possibly give him a challenge. And it looked like we got everybody finished once again. Nice smooth run on 1, 2, 3. I don't think nobody passed. And the beautiful lights of the garage and the house down below. I love the night scene of all the hotels and the garage fully light up. Really experience that nightlife out here. And what a spaced out group this is this time. Not a single person really close up to each other like the last race. But still everybody finishing is still pretty impressive for a run. Definitely with this track is pretty notorious for getting DNFs in the loop turn, but it's been better overall. I guess these racers really pay attention to the last tournament and really stepped up their game on how to move on this track. And after race 2, we got Patrick with 2, Damir with 6, Fina with 4, and Atashi with 10. And let's see how he does in the back after getting 2 consecutive wins and showing off that speed of his. And he's pushing up close on Damir, and Patrick gets turned on upside down after being on top of the wall, and Damir and Atashi's getting into it, and Atashi flips over and Damir's off the track. Then we got a 4-person DNF. After 2 consecutive clean races, we have a 4-person DNF, and I'm surprised. Definitely with Patrick just ending up on the wall, and Fina seems to get stuck behind him and just not able to get around, and Damir just get turned sideways because Atashi's up on his butt and gets pushed off the track, and Atashi is not able to keep up speed and gets flipped upside down. And there's a view of Fina just stuck right behind Atashi. So we're just gonna run it back after race 2 for race 3, and they're off. It looks like we're starting off the same way as before, with Atashi and Damir up front pulling ahead, but everybody makes it out clean. But Atashi and Damir gets loose out on an open track again, and Damir turning sideways right before a loop turn, allowing Atashi and Patrick to catch up. It looks like Damir is able to put on good defense and not let nobody pass. But it looked like Damir looks like he fell off the track right before the finish line, but it almost looked like he did pass the finish line before he was off track. If he was off track before he was able to pass the finish line, that means he might not get no points or come in 3rd place, falling right before Fina. Even if Fina maybe passed the finish line before he fell back on track. But let's see in the replay. See Damir getting sideways right after the 2nd turn and able to get it back together, but right before Atashi was able to pull up right under him. And I'm surprised Damir did not wipe out right after that, but able to really keep a good hand on that vintage V8 and really pull up ahead and put on a good defense. I thought it was all smooth all here, but he gets off track. Maybe his lining got out of whack right at the end. But it looks like he might have passed the finish line right before he fell off track. But let's see. A slow rope. No, actually, he might have fell off the track right before he fell on the finish line. But we're going to leave it up to the judges and see what they say. Oh no, looks like Damir fell off the track right before the finish line and ended up with only 2 points. But with the current points, we got Patrick with 5, Atashi with 15, Damir with 8, and Fina with 5. And it's only a 3-point difference for 2nd place. And it looks like Damir started off in the back, so it's up to Fina and Patrick to stop him from scoring pretty much any point to take his place. Because if he gets at least 2 points and somebody gets first, it means it's going to a tiebreaker. But looks like Damir's pushing hard on Patrick, but falls behind, and Fina's taking the lead. She looks like she's going for it, but oh no, she flips over, and Patrick and Atashi is able to get around her. It looks like Patrick is going for the win for the 5 points, and Atashi flips over too. And hopefully Damir's DNF's on top, so Patrick is able to take this one. But no, oh no, Damir comes down for 2nd place and pushing down Atashi, falling right behind him. I wonder what happened. How did he get past Fina and Atashi to get 2nd place? We gotta go back to the replay for this, because that's insane for him to pass 2 people upside down without crashing, even after the terrible start at the beginning, falling far behind. And too bad for Fina for flipping over with her chance to get 1st place in her first time. A nice maneuver between Atashi and Patrick, just get right beside her and not crash into her at all. Fina's flipped over fully in a loop turn. Atashi just flips over somehow after the loop turn. Maybe he just pushed up on the Continental, the Patry just too much and just lost control and just hit off the wall. But I'm still concerned, how did Mir get past Atashi 2? I thought Patry had it, but here's the Mir coming down, crashes right into Atashi and goes right under for the nice swift move to take second place. Let's take another look at that. Crash right into him and just somehow just slides right under him to get that second place. Guess he wasn't going for the tiebreaker. He just wanted to win, and that was it. But overall, congratulations to Atashi and Demir for moving on with the final point scoring of 17 and 11. And I'm excited to see what Atashi with the Evo can do in the next round. Definitely with a stiff competition from the last 2 rounds, and see what he can pull off. But I hope to see you next time in the cut.